All right, y'all. So we're over here at my local Walmart, checking out some of the stuff they got over here in the DVD section. Because I've seen a lot of people check out the DVD section in some of the Walmarts in the area, and the one I'm at right now actually has everything pretty stacked to the max. As you can see up here, you got One Piece Red film. Never watched it, but I've seen a lot of people talk about it. You got the Dragon Ball Z over here, 32.96 and 32.96. I like the covers. You got Dragon Ball GT, which I know a lot of people are not a fan of. 22.96. I never really fell in love with it. I do like the intro though. And then of course over here you got Scooby-Doo Monsters Movie Collection for 14.96. You got Jimmy Neutron, man. This is taking me back to a childhood right here. I grew up on Jimmy Neutron, man. The complete series. They got it for 25.96. Of course you got Transformer Armada. Don't know if I ever watched this, but they got it for 29.96. This right here is one of my favorite seasons of Power Rangers outside of the Zordon era. Power Rangers Dawn of Thunder is by far one of the greatest seasons ever, next to Ninja Storm. Those are two of my favorite seasons that did link up. But this is the whole complete series. Oops. Of course, you got Lightspeed Rescue. This is honestly where I started to kind of fall out with Power Rangers, because this came right after the Zordon era. Because it was like the Power Rangers went from being a secret to being known. So that's where it kind of tripped me out. But they got this for $12.96 right here. This one for $14.96 right here. So I think that's pretty cool. Of course, you got the Mario movie for $14.96. That was actually a good movie. A lot of kid movies you can see over here. Bugs Bunny, the Flintstones. I grew up on Flintstones. I got Casper. I grew up on the live action Casper. The Land Before Time. Grew up on that. So they got a lot of childhood stuff over here. Tarzan, of course, you can see over here. Peter Pan, Snow White, Bluey, SpongeBob. So yeah, they got some childhood favorites over here. Of course, you get over here to the much more adult box sets. Some of the stuff I like, some of the stuff I was never into. They got The Last of Us. If anybody's into that, they got it for $19.96. Then over here, you got Fear the Walking Dead, $24.96. If anybody's still a fan of The Walking Dead. Dune, which I know is a big movie, $27.96. If anybody a fan of that. The Ghostbusters collection. So here's the thing, right? I like Ghostbusters 1, 2, and Ghostbusters Afterlife. The fourth one they did, which I believe was Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. I'm sorry, that movie was garbage. Didn't care for it. Wasn't that good. Yeah. They got that for $19.96, by the way. And then, of course, looking over here, you got the Hobbit trilogy. I never got into The Hobbit. The Lord of the Rings I did watch. The Lord of the Rings was probably the first movie I watched as a kid growing up where it had basically to be continued, where it just ended without a conclusion. The first film, I remember going to the theater and watching it. I was like, what the hell? Of course, you got the Harry Potter films. I read some of the Harry Potter books, not all of them. Seen some of the Harry Potter films, not all of them. Of course, you got the Saw films that seem to never end. Twilight, if anybody is a fan of that, they got it for $44.96. They got the Rocky movies. Big fan of the Rocky movies. You got Madea, if anybody's a fan of Madea. I used to like these movies coming up, but I started to fall out once they started telling the same story over and over and over again. Of course, you got Dexter's Laboratory, would love to get it. Ed and Eddie would love to get it. Danny Phantom would love to get it. I love that one. You got Teen Titans, and just so you can see the prices, they got that for $49.96, $44.96, $19.96, $36.96, $27.97. This is Justice League, the whole thing. And then, of course, you got the GOAT of the Batman animated TV show. It's a complete animated series. They got this for $49.96. This right here is the GOAT of the animated Batman TV shows. Kevin Conroy, an amazing Batman, poured so much feeling into this character. This is what the new show tried to be or pay homage to and could not live up to. But this right here is the GOAT of Batman animated properties. Shit. I grew up on watching Thundercats, $39.96, and of course you got Pokemon. The series, never watched this one. But I did grow up on Pokemon, just the stuff that came out back in the 90s. What else do we have over here? So you got some other movies. You got Top Gun, never seen any of the Top Gun movies. Indiana Jones, I've only seen one. The Jurassic World, I like the first two films in the Jurassic Park series. And then once you get into the Jurassic World series, honestly, outside of the first movie, the last two suck. This one right here, $29.96 if you're interested. You got Transformers. This series has been going on for such a long time, man. The first one was good. I think the second one was cool. I can't remember the third one or the rest of them saved my life. I didn't really like the fact that they didn't keep Megan Fox around for the third film and going forward. I just like when they have the same characters in the same movies over and over and over again. Of course, you got the X-Men films. Hopefully, when they redo X-Men, they'll have Scott as leader because we had Wolverine as leader for so long. You can get that for $14.96. You get $29.96 and $24.96. Doom Patrol, I never got into it. The Titans, I never got into it. I never understood what the hell they did with Starfire. She looked like a hooker. Of course, you got the 2-film collection. I saw the first one, which is really good. I never seen the second one. Then you got this here, which is Batman 80th collection for $39.96. You got the 10 movie set of Fast and the Furious. I think that should have stopped at 7, but for whatever reason, they just wanted to get to 10, and now the movies are really starting to fall off so much that it's been rumors that they're gonna reboot the franchise back to just being a racing movie. Excuse me, which I think they should have did with film 5 and going forward. They got the Expendables. I've seen a couple of these. You got Equalizer. I've only seen the first one, never seen the last two, but I like the first one. And it's funny because I was working at Home Depot when the first one came out. So it was basically about this dude who worked at a Home Depot type store, even though it wasn't the Home Depot. And he was basically going off and, doing a job off people. I thought that was kind of funny. And of course, you got Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. I heard both of these are supposed to be getting rebooted. I don't know if they can ever reboot Elm Street the right way because everybody's used to seeing Fred Unglum, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, as the guy to play Freddy Krueger. The Jason movies, Friday the 13th, is not hard because you can stick somebody in the mask and keep it moving. So I can see them rebooting that and it being successful if they can get a good story. Of course, you got Chucky, which is going on right now. They got this for $19.96. They got The Nun, The Conjuring, a bunch of anime properties. Beetlejuice right now going on. They got the second movie out, $24.96. I grew up on this movie. You got Courage the Cowardly Dog, loved it. Scooby-Doo, the complete series. Dynamite, I think I seen that. And of course, they got all 2 Sonic films. Because you got Shrek. I heard you're supposed to get a new Shrek. I did a video talking about that as well. Up top, man, you got the Bad Boys films. I loved all 3 movies. Actually, all 4 movies because the 4th one just dropped. But I like all 4 movies. I think the second one is the best to me. Then, of course, you got the Bourne collection. To me, this movie only needed the first 3 films. The 4th film was a waste of time, which I believe started. Who started in the 4th movie? I forgot his name. Reiner. Then they came out with the 5th film that brought Jason back for no reason at all. This movie here, I actually enjoyed. This movie here, I really, really enjoyed. This movie was really good. Of course, you got it for $5. That movie I enjoyed. It was really good. You got Renfield, which I saw come out in theaters some time ago. Nicolas Cage is starring in everything. A lot of people saying Knock at the Cabin was good. Halloween Ends for $5. This thing should be free because this movie was no. You got the Scream films. I recently watched the 4th one or the 5th one that came out when it was in New York. That one was really good. But no, since I've seen any of these, I think I've only seen like the first one, not the second or the third. I can't remember. It's been so long. A Quiet Place. I always wanted to watch these movies. Haven't seen it. You got Infinity. Never seen it. And then, of course, you got Creed 3. I've seen the first 2. I still got to watch the third one. They got it for $5. So this must be where the cheaper movies are at. You got Dumbledore, The Secret of Dumbledore. Bumblebee, never saw it. Jurassic World Dominion, trash. I still never watched any of these Shazam movies. Don't have a reason to. Wonder Woman, the first one was good. 84, never saw it, but I seen everybody said it was trash. Of course, you got the Batman. Love this movie. It was really good. Fast 9, didn't like it. Of course, you got the Joker, really good. A lot of people said that they should have stopped at the first Joker. There wasn't a reason to make a sequel. But of course, because it made big money, they decided to do another one. And it seemed like, just for off reviewers are saying, it's getting mixed reviews. You got The Foreigner with Jackie Chan. Of course, you got Supercell. You got Sonics. You got Titanic. Surprise movie is $5. That movie should be released by $2 by now. You got The Lost City. And then you got some kiddie stuff going on down here. So not too much to look at down there. And then I guess we can walk on over here and check out some of the other movies they have. So they got The Watchmen, Chapter 1. I never did watch the show, but I did watch the movie. Super long, super good. Of course, you got Crisis on Infinite Earths. I've said it before. This here, compared to the other DC animated universe they created, has not hit off this well. This one just hasn't been hitting off that well. You got Chucky, the TV show, which I don't know. Some people like it, maybe some people don't. I haven't watched it. Nicolas Cage starring or anything. I heard he still got money problems. This is why he's keep putting himself in movie after movie after movie. It's just crazy. You got Dune, of course, Blu-ray and Part 2 and regular. Bob Marley. You got Wonka, which I heard was a good movie. Some other stuff over here on the shelf. Of course, I heard Aquaman The Lost Kingdom was trash. You got Oppenheimer, which a lot of people seen. I never saw it. It just wasn't my cup of tea. John Wick 4 could never go wrong. Transformers Rise of the Beast. I'm transformed. I wish they would sit in our franchise for the next 10, 15 years. Freedom, which everybody talked about. Meg 2, which I thought was a goofy movie. My issue with Meg 2 was the fact that they killed off the mom and the brother, which I didn't like. I feel like the mom had real good chemistry with Jason Statham. So I didn't like the fact that they killed off the mom. I thought that was so stupid. Of course, you got the toys and stuff over here. I know the people that are fans of Stranger Things. Ghostbusters. You got the Kong, stuff like that. And then you get into the big box TV sets over here. Anybody that's a big fan of The Walking Dead. You got The Sopranos, Hells on Wheels, Sons of Anarchy. So they got a lot of stuff over here. Man, I remember watching Hunger Force. That show was so stupid, but I liked it. I never watched Friends. Most of the stuff on the shelf I never really got into. James Bond, the only James Bond I watched was like the 90s, and the one that came out recently with Daniel Craig. You got the Jeffersons, I Love Lucy. I was into a lot of these shows when I was a kid because I know it came out before I was born. Xena Warrior Princess, loved it. Never watched Incredible Hulk. Smallville, I need to get. Wednesday, I still want to watch. Supernatural, I need to get the whole season. Now, if I had the money to get it, I would buy it. It's actually down here for $150. I would buy it and just ship it to my brother because he's a big fan. That's how I got into it. Big shout out to my brother from another Easy Kicks and Topics. Go check out his YouTube channel. Of course, you got all these other shows over here. Dukes of Hazzard, love it. I was a big fan of Dukes of Hazzard. I would get that just for myself. Everything else in here, the Wild Thornberries, I would get. Transformers, if that's the one from when I grew up, I'll watch it. Avatar, you got Charmed. I think Rest in Peace, one of the sisters. And that's basically it over here. And then, of course, you kind of come to where the Steelbook section is, and there's not a whole lot to look at. They pretty much whole section is just out. I mean, it's pretty much gone. And then you get to where the new section is, and this is basically what you're looking at. This is basically what you're looking at. So, I mean, I still got to watch Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I've seen everything else in the series. I want to see this. I don't know if it got any good reviews, but I want to see it for myself. Furiosa, I heard, didn't do too good. The Garfield movie, I don't think got a lot of talk about it. The Omen movie, I don't think so. Fall Guy definitely didn't. I don't know if a lot of people like Godzilla and Kong, The New Empire. Of course, I said Frozen Empire was trash. Didn't like it, but I did like the last movie. And that's basically it for this side. And then you come over here to this side. And, yeah, that's basically kind of it. So anyway, man, make sure I like, comment, subscribe. Let me thought about my Walmart review. I'll catch you on my next video. 2,000 subscribers. Peace. I'm out.